They renamed it. I'm gonna reset, actually. I don't like this. After I finish a run with Cody, we're gonna do runs with Guy, and then I don't know what we'll do after that. We'll figure it out. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, even if Melee does come out on the Nintendo Classic system, or service, I think they renamed it. Like, I mean, I have a GameCube and I have Melee. Like, I'm good. I don't need to play it. That being said, I did think about getting the expansion pack because, you know, what if they, like, the Fire Emblem game, I think it was Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, one of those two. Like, good luck finding a copy of that, so maybe that would be something where it's like, Path of Radiance, okay. So it's like, yeah, maybe get Switch expansion pass, and boom, you can play it there. And you have save states, I think, and you can, you know, you can change up the controls however you'd like. I don't know if I would need to, but, you know. Yeah, Smash 64 I had on Virtual Console. That was the first time I played Smash 64 was when it released on Wii Virtual Console. I think it released on Christmas Day one year. So I got a gift card for the Wii shop, and that's what I purchased with it. Yeah, I mean it's possible too. Maybe Sakurai did mess around with it and was like, "Nah, this isn't gonna fly." Like, I get it. I am not a Melee player, so it doesn't affect me. But I also recognize that there are a lot of other people who this would impact. Yeah, I gotta be honest, that game seems really niche. And that's the other thing too, why would Sega put it out for free for Switch owners who have the expansion pack? Like, Sega's gonna want to charge people for it, you know? Come on. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it makes sense for Sega to be like, actually, we're not gonna put it on NSO because we would rather you, you know, we would rather you pay money so that we make money off of this. Because if they just put it up there for free, it's like, well, that kind of... Yeah, it's not impossible. I mean, I could be totally wrong, and if I am, fine. But, no, it's... Yeah, I feel like if Sega did want to do something with Skies, they would do that. This boss is terrible. God. I miss Hagar. Alright. Lost 10 seconds there. Well, I lost more than that, but compared to my best, I lost 10. But yeah, the only real gripe I had... Well, actually, there's two. There's one I kind of forgot about. That, like, tech demo game that's on Switch 2. I don't understand why they're charging money for that. Like, it would be something if it was like, oh, it's Nintendo Switch Sports 2 or whatever. Like, I would, you know, maybe charge money for that, whatever. But, like, I don't know what that tech demo game was called, but it's like, why do people have to... Why are you charging people money to get a sense of what the console does? PS5 comes with Astro's Playroom and explains exactly... It does a great job of explaining, like, what the system's all about. And, like, what the controller can do and all that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, Nintendo, like, pay attention. To be fair, Nintendo is just now catching up with voice chat on the system. I love Nintendo's games, but man, their services and just behavior sometimes is just... It is something else. I think I said it before where it's like, I love Nintendo games. I will always be excited for those. I hate their business practices. That's still kind of true. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That's... Not gonna lie. That is kind of how I view Nintendo. Love their games, but man, just... What is... Like, who is in charge of this? Like... Damn it. I actually had it, and I backed out of it. I thought it was gonna mess up. God, freaking cannot stand... Maybe this is why people were worried about this game for Big 20, because they thought they had to play as Cody. It's like, no, you can play as anybody. Yeah, well, there's an easy solution to the voice chat problem. There's an app called Discord. You can get it on your computer. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything. And Discord has screen share. That was kind of funny too, was like, you know, it's fine that Nintendo has their own voice chat service. Every major gaming company does. Like, I'm not, you know, it's nothing like that. It's just, it's funny that it's like, we've already kind of found alternate solutions to the point where we don't even need your solution. Like, we just need Discord. Excuse me. But yeah, the welcome game, or like the tech demo game, whatever it is, I don't remember what it's called. As soon as I saw it was paid, I'm like, oh, never mind, I don't want to play this. Hi, Kraz. But I will say that, like, if that was a free game, like Astro's Playroom on PS5 or whatever, fine. Like, that would have been... That was the smart move, but Nintendo did not make it. Oh, he actually missed his flip. I thought he was going to get me there. Oh my god. The knife guys are already horrible. And when you're playing as a character you're not super familiar with, this becomes 30 times worse. True, you would need a capture card if you're playing on console, so... Which, it's one of those cases where it's like, I have a capture card, but I understand others don't. That was a good fight. Yeah, let me catch up on chat here. But yeah, the only other it's really just the price of the games themselves. I'm not like the price of the console I get. I do. Like I get it. But the price of the games is insane. I think I read that like Mario Kart World specifically, if you want to get a physical copy of that, it's $90. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'll pay $90 for a collector's edition of something. I'm not paying $90 just for a base game. Like, and I think you're right, Arcadia. It's just this is the direction the industry's heading. That's just how it is. Which is a sad reality, but to be fair, like, I have also been a lot more, you know, I used to not be this way back then, but it's like, I'm being careful about what I'm spending my money on regarding... Oh, I thought I was gonna die there. Like, what games I'm buying. Because, like, I don't want to just blindly buy a game just because, and then I play it, and I'm like, hey, this kind of sucks. Last of Us 2. So I am generally just being a lot more careful about what I'm buying. Some physical game... Yeah, yeah. Like, why bother making... Like, the thing about that is, why bother making the cartridge? So, my understanding is, like, I have a PS5. So, sometimes what I have to do when I buy a disc game is I have to install, like, a big update. Or, like, for FF7 Rebirth, for instance, I had to, Is he down to 1 HP? Yeah. Sorry. I had to use the install disk to actually put the data on my console. Then I had to install the rest of the data. It was, yeah. Those are fun times. I don't I'll confess, I don't mind that as much if it was, hey, the data's here, you just have to install it to your console, but that's not what this is. This is, you know, you have to, like, this is basically your key saying, like, you still have to put the cartridge in your console. That's something that people don't talk about. You still have to put it in your console. You don't just put it in your console, download the game, and then you never have to use the cartridge. You have to use that cartridge. Like, somebody was talking about how that could be a very big issue for piracy, but, like, I mean, maybe, but it's not as broken as you think, I guess. Yeah, maybe Nintendo is just accepting the fact that people need digital. I don't want to... well, hang on, let me back up. I've bought digital games. Hell, I have like 200-something games on Steam. Some of them I've never played, and I don't even think I'm going to. But, like, I don't mind digital in the sense of, if I can download the game files to my console or to my computer and, like, own the game digitally that way, fine. Like, I did that with music back then. Like, I had an iTunes account. So, I am okay with that. But what I'm not particularly okay with is I don't want it to turn into a situation where you can't buy the game. It's just, oh, this game's coming out on this streaming service or whatever, or you need this, you need Nintendo's version of Game Pass to be able to play this. I don't want that. As, you know, some people, especially in the modern era, would probably call me silly for this, but it's like, I would rather purchase the game and, like, own it. I would like to own a copy. I don't own the game, I own a copy of the game. That way, regardless of the situation, I can play it, so long as I still have my console and it works. Yeah, yeah. You are purchasing the license to play it. I don't want to move on if I don't have to. Like, I don't know. It's sad to see that this is how it is. Like, there is magic missing in gaming. Like, video games just... I remember seeing a YouTube video recently. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Drew Gooden. I've seen some of his videos, and, you know, a lot of it covers interesting topics, and he reviews some stupid movies here and there. But, he made a video called Technology Isn't Fun Anymore, and I found myself agreeing with him quite a bit. Now, obviously there's cases where it's like, you know, like, he might have complained about something, but to me it's like, it's not that big of a deal for me, but, like, he made a point about, like, figure this one out for me, guys. Why is it that there are Blu-ray players out there, or, like, external Blu-ray players for your computer that, you know, work via USB or something? And yet, to use your Blu-ray player, you have to have Wi-Fi. I get that some Blu-ray movies have, like, you know, extra features, like bonus features and stuff. And, like, you can connect to the internet and, you know, some, like, interactive thing or whatever. Like, I get that. But if I just want to buy, like, I just bought Twisters on Blu-ray. If I just want to watch my movie, why do I need a device that's supposed to work and read Blu-rays? Why do I need to connect to the internet and do this? What is the point of that? Why can't I just, like, I don't recall people having to mail in subscriptions when they purchased a VCR. Like, if you bought your VCR, you bought that, and if you have VHS tapes, you can watch your VHS tapes. Why? How What? That's all I can really say. What? How does that make any sense? Hey, let's get one thing clear though. At least the Switch 2. From what I understand, the Switch 2 is mostly backwards compatible. It's because the Blu-ray player has to be updated. I don't know, maybe. Like, it would be one thing if the Blu-ray player was like, hey, you know, Blu-ray discs, they're going to be, you know, they have this encoding now, so you need to make sure you update your Blu-ray player or whatever. And if you don't do that, then you can't watch this movie or whatever. That would be one thing. But no, it is literally, if you want to watch any Blu-ray, you have to connect your Blu-ray player to the Wi-Fi and make sure that, and like, there's just all these other prerequisites that were not on the box. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just... It's very silly, because technology, I would argue technology used to be more to the point. And it was, hey, you want to do this? Here's a device that will do it. You bought the device, you went home, you used it, you shut up. Yeah, I think when I hear mostly backwards compatible, I feel like a lot of third-party games may not work. Or, like, maybe they won't run correctly or something. I don't know. I'm not a tech whiz. Hell, my PS5 can play all PS4 games, except for, I think, 9. I think there were 9 PS4 games, none of which I will ever play. That's, like... It will play everything. It's like... I'll confess, part of me wonders why I still have my PS4. It's like, I don't need to get a PS1 unless I start speedrunning a game where it's faster to play on PS1. I would never need to get a PS1. And then, what's hilarious is that I also thought about... So, I sold Toko Tomcat, my original Xbox. Now, he can still have it, that's fine. I have an Xbox 360 if I really want to play an OG Xbox game, that's fine. But, and plus, I sold it to somebody I know who's a good friend of mine. So, but part of me did think, it's like, man, maybe I should buy another one. I don't know. Any game that uses the IR sensor or Labo VR may not work. Oh, yeah, I don't have the Nintendo Labo. To be fair, I don't think I'm gonna sell my Switch 1 or anything. If it came out that it's like, hey, literally everything on Switch 1 works on Switch 2, I would just transfer my data and sell the Switch 1. Or you know, maybe give it away or something, I don't know. But like, again, just me, like, I would probably hang on to my Switch 1, at least for now. Holy crap, dude. You know, sometimes I forget Smash Bros. Ultimate is compatible with the Labo VR thing. Okay, well. I know it's a random comment, but it's true. That was a mistake. What? What is even going on, dude? There we go. I have never bought a video game system at launch. The closest the closest I've been to getting a console at launch. I got a 3DS 3 months after it launched. I am a Nintendo 3DS ambassador. I still have the little certificate on my 3DS. You also never get rid of stuff. So apparently, I wish I had known this morning, but the Nintendo UK live stream did not break at all. The US live stream broke like 10 minutes in, and like the audio was desynced. And then there was one point where literally the stream froze for a minute and only the audio worked. I'm like, well, that's exciting. I'm like, April Fool's was yesterday. Each other there. The latest I've gotten a console past the launch date? Well, technically it's my Atari. I tell you what, let's do it this way. The latest I got a console that was still actively like being sold was my Xbox 360. I got my Xbox 360 in Christmas of 2011. Oh, that's right. I forgot you have a 360. If I remember correctly, wasn't it because there was one game that you wanted to get, but it was only on 360? Is that the story, or am I thinking of somebody else? You don't have any games for it. What, you don't want to... Arcadia, you don't want to play Gears of War? No, I'm just kidding. Tales of Vesperia. Okay, that's what it was. Ah, damn it. I didn't want to do that. We're almost done, by the way. If I was max experience, this would go by a little quicker. But I'm not. Vesperia's on Switch now. Yeah. I've never played a Tales game, but I own Tales of Symphonia on Steam. That's it. I think for SRC's timing, it's under 23 minutes, but I'll time it here. For no reason. 23:02. Okay. Well, we finished finally. Oh, there's Hagar! Hagar's like, get out of here, you're too slow. Thanks for the GG's, Arcadia and Anime. I'm gonna take a break for a minute, and then we will do the run with Guy. Spoiler alert, it was more fun to play this game with Guy than it was for, Cody.